New episode. Are you sure if yeah, I don't want to interact with anyone today. You know how I am. I am allergic to people, but it's kind of your ceremony, right? I know, but even we wants me to rest. That scar cream in helping me to heal everything in you. Even I am trying to get rid of the last bit of a silver with the painkillers. I need a break. If you say so. So tell me when you are going to be done with your me time, yeah? Yes, sir. You enjoy your with mate today, okay? Please don't think negative anymore. I'm proud of what you are making yourself go through. That's cool. I'm glad too. But when will we done? Maybe a few hours? I will be there obviously. I'm not going anywhere. It's plain sleeping. I just don't feel like talking. Is there a specific reason for that? I'm lazy, hehe. I laugh to myself. Quite the problem. Not, no worries. You can rest as much as you want. Yeah, thank you. Have fun, Bo. Just slay today. And don't let anyone talk shit about you, okay? Okay. And remember, Yuna, for the wind, kwa kwa. You and your stupid face. I swear, you love me. You don't, you know I do. And I love you too. Peace and bye. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. I sighed out loud after a good talk with my wolf while Zuri was tugging at my hair gently to put it in a place, making her squeals. Are you kidding? I'm so proud of your wolf right now. Someone had to put them in their place. She giggled gingerly while I looked out of the window to reminisce what had happened few days ago, still astonished with the fact that my parents were given jail sentences by the Alpha Councils because of their crime against me. I just wish things did not end that way, you know. No, Missy, don't you even dare think about the good of your parents right now. I know what you are like. Forget them. Focus on the real family that you have now. And come on, today is a big day. The whole werewolf community get to know that the final god has finally found his mate. More like reunited with him, I murmured to myself. Wait, what? She questioned, obviously confused. Nothing. I shook my head. You are telling me that you have met Alpha Taehyung before. Where? She immediately jumps at me, making me flinch at her behavior while I chuck her again. We were kids, though. Kids when? How? Where? When? I was 9 and he was 12. How? I was being bullied and he saved me. Where? In the Red Moon playground, and that's that. I finished before she could utter another question. I need the details. She crossed her arms while I rolled my eyes. Long story short, some bullies took my toys, he returned it and helped me when I hurt myself accidentally. End of the story. Wait, does he know you have met before? He was the one who reminded me of the memories though. I almost forgot how my life was back then. So he knew you were his mate and he did not bring you with him, she asked worriedly while I shook my head. As everyone said, he had to go to London. He could not bring me with him. He had no choice, right? Right, right? Gosh, this is worst for me to be insecure. He did go to the London because he could not take me with him. That is the exact reason, isn't or is it? Why can't I remember anything? Or maybe he did not want me to be with him? Figures. If that's the case, I'm not even surprised. Well, at least you are together now, right? She giggled while I nodded with a small smile, peppering my lips like a kid while staring at my lap. Why the heck did you do my hair so tightly? My head hurts. I whined after a few moments of a hair pulling as I tried to get rid of a bobby pin that was winced into my skull on the right side of my head. Hey, don't ruin my masterpiece, he exclaimed in protest, slapping my hand away from my head before glaring at me. I don't like it, remove it now. I simply complained, but she slapped my hand again, making me puff my cheeks, annoying at her. Beauty is pain, sis. Your hair looks amazing, just let it be like this. She insisted hopefully. If you are telling me that I need to have my hair like this for the next few hours, not minutes, but hours, then no, remove it. I demand firmly, and she huffed. Why not? It looked gorgeous on you. You never put your up that often. She stated the obvious reason that because you know I have a sensitive scalp and I can't even put up a ponytail for that long. I reminded her about my natural preference of leaving my hair open before slowly taking out the hundred of a bobby pins from my head with a small saffron. But it matches your outfit, she protested, again pointing at my foot-length silver dress, which was an off-shoulder piece and was body-hugging, letting all my curves that were performing thanks to Dr. Lee's diet in the last few days to visible to the naked eyes, but in a flattering way. Letting your hair down can almost match everything, I shot back playfully while combing my hair with my finger instead of a comb, staring at the mirror to bring back the volume after ruffling it multiple times, causing it to be messy. Come on, Yuna, just one day. One day, that's all I'm asking for. She implored with the puppy eyes. Nope, I finished with the sign. Finally, feeling the relief was over. My body, as my temple, were no longer having to submit to the agony provided by the stupid pins. It would have looked great, man. Heck, you could have showed off your neck. It is sexy as fuck. She teased with a smirk. I would rather cover up. I laughed nervously while snatching my arms, letting my hair fan over my covered breast and exposed collarbone and my almost faded scars on the back of my neck. Why is it because of Alpha? Giz is almost like you are doing him a favor, she smirked with a small gleaming grin. How, oh god, Yuna, you are such a baby. She gushed while pulling my cheeks childishly as I narrowed my eyes at her, making it many times to slap her hand away. Stop that, I hissed mischievously while rubbing my stinging cheeks. It's because you are not in a full display to the greedy and hungry looking unmated males wolves out now tonight. I know how the alpha's wolf is more possessive than the normal, so you are helping him, she exclaimed as I raised my eyebrow at her. I shrugged, unbothered, and she face palmed. Can you stop with the fidgeting? You look amazing. You are like almost shaking from an anxiety, she chuckled after witnessing me twirling one strand of my hair repeatedly around my index finger. Maybe because I am Zoo, I stated the obvious, showing her my frantic eyes, and she groaned. What are you nervous about? I don't know everything. Almost every unmated female does not like me because of their itty bitty shitty gazety curls on my mate. Almost 10,000 people are visiting the pack today, and the whole werewolf community wants to know me. Tell me, Zoo, what exactly am I worried about? I questioned sarcastically, and she just gasped at me. You actually do have a point, she murmured to herself, and on the top of that, I don't whether anyone would like me like anyone. Being the mate of the laboured god comes with its pressure. People are going to ask questions, people will judge. People will try to make remarks and will try to question my stand in Taehyung's life because they would rather want to be where I am. What will I say when someone asks me, who are your parents? I will have to say that I don't even know them myself. What if someone knows what has happened in my past and use it against me? Yuna, calm down, breathe, allow oxygen to hug you in and out. You are rambling. She chuckled comfortably after patting my back while I caught my breath and started to finally breathe normally, realizing I had said all of that in a one go. Don't worry too much, everything will be fine. So, what if people don't like you? They will have to accept you that you are their real Luna, whether they like it or not. After all, it has been your place since you were born, and no one knows about what has happened to you. You are fine. The only people who know are Taehyung, Jungkook, and Pack Warrior, and they don't snitch. They respect you. Yet still, I wonder whether they are someone who deserve that place more than me. Is there one? I don't know. I'm not really trained like a normal werewolf out there. I don't even know how to be political or bossy when it comes to necessary situation of getting orders done, like people might point that out. Hello, Earth to Yuna. You are spacing out again. Zuri started me with a curious pout as she waved her hand in front of my face and snapped her finger right near my eyes to get my attention. Oh, yeah, sorry. I murmured in a quiet tone, getting up from my seat to put on my shoes. Are you okay, Yuna? You seem soft. Zuri stared worriedly behind me, seeing my expression like she was reading me, and I shook my head. I'm good, Zoo. Now let's get this ceremony over with. I'm already sleepy, so let's go early and leave early. Please don't things up like you do always do, Yuna. Just once, don't make a mess. This is incredible. I guessed loudly, obviously impressed by the look of the outside fairs, which were adorned with the beautiful decorative materials for the ceremony. I did not even know there was an existing theme of this event and it looked like a ball out store. Even single pack worker was busy with arranging either flower, invitation seats, mostly food and whatnot. There were many birds and butterflies intensely made to be here, along with the beautiful pond with a lotus containing fairy lights, soft relaxing music was playing in the background with the night supposedly being of a full moon and over all this place was very natural friendly. It looked like a garden from a heaven where angels would hang out and it was breathtaking. Oh, come on, I don't need two sets. I need four sets with an extra. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. A young male screamed in a horror as he bumped into me, accidentally causing the paper towel he was holding to fly while I staggered on the ground, preventing myself from falling. Oh, you are early. I'm so sorry, Luna. I will make sure this does not repeat again. Oh no, let me help you. I quickly whispered as Zoring kneeling on the ground after adjusting my arteries, picking up as many towels as I could while Zuri and Worker just stared at me in shock. I gave them a confused look as to why they were staring at me like this, possibly nudging my shoulder forward to signal them to ask whether they wanna help me or not, before shrugging and going back to what I was doing. Seeing both of them still staring at me, guess I will pick up everything on my own, cause apparently the rest of the crew are frozen like a dead fish. I collected almost every single paper towel that flew around us, doing a victory dance in my head as soon as I grabbed the last one with a small cheer under my breath before getting up and turning to the worker to return. Meanwhile, dusting my bottom without wanting to look constipated, and he was still gawking his eyes at me. Is there something on my face? Here you go. I hastily spoke with a small scratch to my forehead, giving him all the towels as he took it slowly and cautiously, before mouthing yet another sorry, and I nodded at him and grabbed Zori's arm to accompany me to the main venue. Why were you both staring at me? Was there something wrong with the way I look? I asked spectacly while touching my face as Zuri shook her head immediately. No, it's not that. We just figured that now because of your Luna capabilities, you would be more superior with you being the newly made goddess and everything. That's such a bunch of crap. I would never take down an opportunity to help someone. My rank does not alter my behavior. I like helping people. I laughed blissfully as she chuckled in response with a thumbs up. Ah, you are pure soul, Yuna. She goes like she always does. As we saw many people now enter the venue and stuck by each other for the next few minutes, just to prevent ourselves from getting lost immediately in a span of the next 10 minutes or so. The whole place was packed with chattering and well dressed werewolf people who had unfamiliar face eyed me up and down, couples who looked excited to see me, and children roaming here and there with the toys in their hands. More and more people started to enter the venue shortly afterward, which made me very nervous inside considering there almost half of the pack population is here tonight, making me adjust my sleeves properly. Imagine if everyone would be here. Holy. I agree with Eve on one thing, maybe even I'm allergic to people. Everyone has a theme of colors of white and rose golden, and it matched the decoration of this place perfectly as the amalgam of the beauty caused everyone to simmer in the spotlight together, and it made my silver gown stand out in the crowd because it did not match anyone. It was honestly quite a nice environment as people came to know about my scent ultimately. After taking a whiff of my aura, recognizing Taehyung's scent and Eve's newly built smell, and either bowed respectfully or waved at me politely with a smile. Seems like that good start. Hopefully it stay that way. Then some people would murmur to themselves about me gossiping theories, rumors non-stop, and rare one who would give me a judgment look, eyeing my outfit with either disgust or censures, but at least they are rare for a reason, causing the bad tug in my heart to. Excuse me, Luna. A middle aged woman came and greeted me with a grin while I had Zuri were talking, and I widened my eyes at the term she used to address me before turning around properly. Oh god, I need to get used to that word quickly. Yes, I smiled back. The alpha is wanting to see you behind the main stage. It's time for your announcement. She quickly replied with a small hint of giddiness, pointing me to the direction I'm supposed to go on, causing me to shoot by a pushing and encouraging Zuri in the direction before I excused myself and dismissed the nice woman. I would be lying if I said I was not nervous. It's clearly plastered on my forehead at this point. Oh, Tinker, I see you decided to not be late tonight. Jungkook greeted me with a mischievous smug on his face as soon as I reached my destination, rolling my eyes at him before hearing the overflowing, excited conversation of the people in front. I think that's the first time you ever compliment me, as I also think I have established that fact that you should not call me that, I pointed out sarcastically. If that's the case, take a picture to make it last longer because I assure you my goal is to annoy the hell out of you. So no, I would not stop calling you that. He chuckled vexedly while I is it fun to make me feel miserable? I comment. It's look good. He finished with a small poke of my nose before winking at me and guiding me behind the huge curtain, cute, more like deranged. I glimpsed and peeked in front of the curtain a little bit to see how the scene was, as everyone stood in front of the main stage, desperately wanting for the Taehyungs to come and speak, and it made me even more nervous inside, letting go of the red cloths and clutched my hand instead while rubbing them. Jesus Christ, just don't pee your pants. Keep your cool, Yuna. Suddenly, after a few moments of panicking, a muscular arm wrapped around my waist, giving me my favorite tingles and sparkles of euphoria, while I giggled at his touch instantly, signing after feeling his safe presence, and he nuzzled his head near my mouth. Hey baby, he cooked into my ear as greeting before taking a moment to admire my dress for a few seconds, forming a handsome boy's grin on his face as I turned to him as to face him. Oh my, you look so beautiful. He cursed sincerely as his lips parted in a shock and took me in every bit of me, making me turn red. Thank you. I spoke awkwardly as my words were trying to betray me, and his eyes turned darker in the next few seconds. Okay. He was wearing a black and white traditional suit, and his brown hair was gelled to perfection, with his subtle recent trimmed and apparent he had a cap attached to the suit while he held a sword, a freaking sword. Are you going on a battlefield? I joked without thinking, making him snicker. I'm a knight, so I have to look like one a little bit. He rolled his eyes after looking at himself while I dusting his butter. Well, it did not stop you from looking very presentable. I just happily as he held me close with one of his arms. If by very presentable you mean extremely handsome and charming, he screamed. Keep dreaming, big bad wolf. I patted his cheek playfully, making him narrow his eyes at me and rubbed his cheeks against mine before he was instructed to stand on a stage and finally give the word out to the public. "I like what you did with your hair," he murmured honestly under his breath, while playing with my few tips of sand. "It suits your innocent face," he stated proudly, and I slyly looked at the ground in response, not knowing how to respond to that. Can he just stop making me look like a beetroot? "Come with me," he simply led, while offering his hand to me, and I stared at him in shock. "Wait, we have to go on a stage already? I don't even know whether I look good enough. I have not touched up. I don't know whether the dress is. Oh, baby, so stop stressing over things that are only secondary component to what make you beautiful," he whispered as he tugged a strand of my hair behind my ear. "It's you and you only, who already look beautiful inside out. I'm sure everyone will love you," he comforted. "You think?" I spoke in a small voice. "I know," he smiled before giving me a forehead kiss. "Alpha Taehyung, we are ready when you are." The same woman who informed me come here spoke kindly before Taehyung nodded at her and pulled me closer to him with his arm. "Jesus, take a wheel." "You know, that's my hand here, baby. It circulates blood, and if you hold it that tightly, I might faint," he whispered sarcastically, making me almost let go of his hand, immediately making him crawl and intertwine his finger with mine again. "I'm sorry, don't be nervous. I will be with you every step of the way, okay?" he promised gently as I took a huge, deep breath and nodded at him, and he gave me a comforting caress on my cheek. I glimpsed at Jungkook and Jimin walking into the spotlight with a moral posture as they started to talk to the crowd with ease, surprising me to the brim as how they were doing it, and I instead slipped nervously beside Taehyung. "Welcome everyone," said a member. "Thank you for attending today's lunar ceremony, as we hope you enjoyed this warm celebration." Jungkook started with a boom, making the audience roar in attention for hearing his voice. "Today we will acknowledge the arrival of the final God's Maid, which means our wait is finally over. Please welcome the Alpha and the Luna of our glorious pact." Jimin cheered enthusiastically as everyone started to clap and cheer, accompany in happiness, making my tag in my head that bugged me decrease again thankfully. Taehyung then gave me a soaring note before pulling me into the spotlight with him, making sure that I don't trip or fall on the stage as I pester a weak yet warm smile across my face to conceal my anxiety and fear from everyone, which fortunately worked. Instantly everyone cheered after looking at the young Alpha chanting his name and whistling their lungs out after seeing his face, and as soon as they saw me next to him, instead of receiving a judgmental look, the cheer increased even more. Taehyung then took his sword into display, making everyone howl and go wild in happiness as my confidence was immediately boosted with a positive expression toward him. Before I looked at him in awe. After years of waiting, I present to you our lovely and beautiful Luna, the love of my life and my everything, Kim Yuna. He spoke firmly with a proud smile before making me completely exposed and visible to the naked eyes as the conflict started to sprinkle all around us after he had said that, making the whole atmosphere worth remembering. Everyone was delighted to see me as they cheered even harder than before. As the woman who gave me dirty looks for once actually smiled and clapped at me for real. "Okay, that's weird. I'm not used to this. Go away in anxiety. Not today." Taehyung then made me stand near a table where there was a bowl with a beautiful dagger beside it. The bowl looked amazing, carved with the imprinted writing in some ancient language. Even the knife looked very antique and primitive, making me eye it to scrunchies. It looked in my mind. He then put his sword beside the table and grabbed the dagger instead, taking my wrist in his hand and looked at me for permission to do something. I quickly nodded at him in understanding as he made a small incision in my skin, making me hiss in a pain for a brief second while he drew the blood out of my system and into the ball. As my blood dropped into the ball, he then made an incision in his own wrist, making our blood mix together in a harmony, almost sizzling together like a magic, making me gasp at it seamlessly as new and strong emotion filled my sense through the chemical reaction. Wow, that is strong. Do you, Kim Yuna, take the responsibility to look after the Shadow Moon Pack with your place of being Luna and to always put your mate and your place, their needs, and their happiness first? Taehyung asked in a professional and clear voice, making me shift my gaze toward his blue and yellow eyes, while my eyes started to transfer into half brown and half green. I do, I stated without any hesitation, feeling a sudden bit of confidence in my veins, seeing my incision healing automatically before he put the knife down, and instantly the blood started to change the color. Instantly, I started to feel everything, the emotions of people, the thoughts of people, the environment, the people, literally everything I could ever imagine. Although my wolf wanted to rest for a few hours after a major period of healing herself, Eve seems the happiest she's ever been, and naturally, my mood was lightened after seeing Taehyung's grinned at me with a passion. Our wounds were healed very quickly from our werewolf speed, and then he outstretched his hand again toward me, making me take it in confusion before making me stand behind him all of the sudden while he gave me a look of wait patiently and an obliged not knowing what is supposed to happen next. And along with the introduction of your new Luna, we have another announcement to make. Jungkook boomed with a teasing smirk, making everyone gasp in excitement as after a few moments of murmuring, all my brothers started to get on the stage. I immediately widened my eyes at Taehyung as he smirked at me after seeing my reaction before I looked at my brothers to see them all professionally cleaned up before plastering brazen and confident upward curved smile. What was going on? I present to you the infamous brother of your Luna, Kim Aden, Kim Chase, and Kim Xavier, who are to be declared the leader warrior in the upcoming war against refugees. They will be here to defend our families and protect our pack, and of course, almost every single wolf out there wooed and approved of their appearance. I brightened up the mood of all in brothers, instantly making me smile against Taehyung's soul while he also looked satisfied. And along with that, we pronounce these gentlemen to be a part of the Gamma family of the pack, with their ranks officially changed to the second group along with our Jimin. Wait, what? Surprised, Taehyung chuckled at me with a dramatic hand gesture as I gogged my eyes at him in shock. You promoted them to Gamma? I thought only by blood and birth someone can. It's our word, baby. We can do what we feel right. Your brother deserves this position alongside Jimin. They are very capable of doing their job in that, and everyone is more than happy to accept them in the opportunity. He explained casually as he caressed my hand with his thumb. This is crazy, I whispered happily as all my brothers looked as surprised as I did and thankfully looked toward Taehyung before each of them stood in front of the bowl and the same dagger. All of them reached out their wrists to Taehyung, who stood in front again after taking the weapon in his hand, as everyone started to cheer even more because of the new addition to the higher ranks. To all of you, take the responsibility of a Gamma traditional involved in the safety of the pack, the safety of the Luna, the helping hand for the gods. Taehyung boomed in his alpha voice at them as I stood at the side of the stage with my face filled with mirth, seeing my brother conciliate as one taking in the aggregate of the huge responsibility. We do. All of them replied together before their blood was bled to the tie of the seal and the promise with our own authority as finally we were introduced to the pact, officially labeling us as the high-ranked pack member of the Shadow Moon pack of course. With the additional infernus chair, there were added cam flashes and prepped microphones. The press were here, why would not they be? Ever since Taehyung came back from London, people have been going wild with his arrival, creating articles, rumors, front pages, blogs, welcome back cards, and so on. Now that I came to the picture, everyone took the opportunity to create more drama. I forbade myself from reading any of those articles simply because I did not want to care about them, still promoting myself to be optimistic and cheerful without a speck of worries and silently clapping at my new family. As soon as we got off the stage, I was immediately surrounded by this excited pack member as Taehyung tried to help me negotiate with them while being by my side, and my brother wandered off into the crowd with more people coming to them for questions. For the next hour or so, I had to interact with many wolves, and to be honest, it was surprising, entertaining rather than exhausting. It was finally nice to know that I could mind link anyone in this pack, and Tehu made sure I was very comfortable with the stranger encountering me. He had to excuse himself for a few minutes as he got an important phone call from a different cord and from another pack, apologizing sincerely to me because of it, and I scolded him for being sorry and soothed him away to finish a small bit of a work. Baby says, there you are. I want you to meet someone. I heard Eden speak behind me after Tehong has disappeared, and I turned around to see beautiful girl beside him with their arms hooked together with a bright smile on their face. I observed the girl's whole aura, feeling glad that he had a very lively and cheerful looking mate who was probably the polar opposite of his cold and intimidating personality, making sense why they both were a perfect match for each other. This is Jasmine, my mate. He finished after approaching me as he engulfed me into a warm hug, immediately making me squeeze in surprise before hugging her back awkwardly. I need a book on how to act with people that would be very helpful. I'm so happy to know you finally reunited it together. It's amazing to finally meet our Luna, and it's even bigger honor to be a part of this ceremony. She giggled politely as I was immediately welcomed by her vivacious nature, and we put back together. The honor is all mine, and please call me Yuna. We are family after all. I insist, making her eyes twinkle at my face as we mingled and clicked immediately. She was the total opposite of Eden, very extroverted and dreamer, loud and joyful, whereas he was serious, practically logical, and quite another match made in heaven. I hear your friend Zuri make the best cookies, and let me tell you, I hear currently I need a permanent stash of those cookies with me, and I need it immediately. She spoke that serious as we talked about food, and most of the time in our meetings she was very nice, almost like a mother figure, and she treated me with 30 much care, and I was not really expecting this treatment from anyone for the matter. I will tell her no that you need them. I am sure she will on top of the moon to bake those for you. I snickered playfully. We should go food shopping sometime. She squared definitely. I would not miss it for the world. I agreed. What about me? Didn't I get any cookies? Adan questioned with a smirk. No, these are all mine. Jasmine glared at him. What's yours is mine, darling. He sang it perfectly harmony. No, she shook her head. Luna, I hear a familiar, cheerful voice run toward me happily as I engulfed this precious pin into my arm while scratching and picking him up in my arm. Gabriel laughed cheerfully as he snugged against my embrace, and Jasmine looked at us in awe. This is so adorable. You guys are so cute. She gasped while pulling Gabriel's cheeks, and he smiled in response. Listen, Yuna, before we leave, actually, I had to remind you that I and the guys have to go with Jungkook and Jimin some registration work because of the rank promotion in the nearby office. You know how security work, right? It will take us about half an hour to do that, so we will be back before you know it, okay? Eden announced clearly. Of course, take your time. And Zuri and Jasmine going with you, I asked curiously. Yes, Jungkook wants her with him. You know the drill, but don't worry, we will be back as soon as possible, I promise. Adam nodded. No problem, I will have fun with this little cutie here. Then be safe. I cooked while squeezing Garble's nose, making him laugh innocently at my accent. Come on, babe, let them enjoy for some time, Adam requested politely as Jasmine dismissed herself after waving at me and I catch Garble, bid her goodbye. After a few moments of being among ourselves, many people started to dig into the food part of the ceremony as my confidence level was boosted because of the nice surrounding. While I had a great time with the small bundle of joy during a spare time. You looked so pretty over there, just like my mom. He chippered happily. You yourself looks like a handsome prince. I giggled while kissing his cheeks. Now I get to play with everyone in the playhouse. Both those mean girls are gone. He cheered. I'm glad they are. And do you have nice babysitter to look after you? Really nice one. One girl give me candy every day. He goes, someone has a sugar tooth. I see. I check her. I love candies and chocolates. They are. You impostor! An annoyed voice boomed across the crowd from the other side, making me and Kerbal frown together after turning toward the source of sound as an unknown girl stomped her foot through the people until she made her furious eye face me. Is she talking to me? For God's sake, can I go on without being called out for nothing? Gabriel was confused as much as I was, looking at me for some confirmation as we don't know who she was, nor did we know why she was angry. Maybe she has some bad food. I quickly put Gabriel down as he hid behind my leg while clutching my dress casually, not liking the sudden mood change, and I crossed my arm. You are fake. You really thought we would not know that what happened? You weakling, you don't deserve the Luna title. You are a leech. Tell everyone how you were treated in your previous pack. Tell everyone about what you were caught in that territory. Tell everyone how almost you let a man touch you willingly. Oh boy. What are you talking about? And I am right here. You know, you don't have to scream. I winced after covering my ear. Don't tell me what to do. You have no remorse? Heck, everyone hated you in the previous pack. Who would not? You were the who slept with many male wolves. You were the seducer. You are weak. You are worthless. You are trash. No, no, no. You don't believe her. She does not know you. Don't believe. Don't believe. Don't. Hey, don't talk about Luna like that. Carver suddenly boomed while coming in front of me to face the mad woman and instantly started at him with horrified eyes, seeing his angry clench ring fist target toward her before shaking my head. Now, Carvel. It's okay. Let's not talk to her. Do you want some ice cream? Don't come in between me and her, you sick pup. Get out of here. She sneered, almost swinging away the poor kid with her hand, and he stood his ground. No, I'm not leaving Luna alone, he sneered back. Why are you calling her Luna? If anything, she does not deserve this shit. She is not good enough for the Alpha, and she will never be. Why don't you tell everyone the truth and say almost how you let a man force himself into you? She smirked, making everyone gasp around us after she was receiving their attention, as Garble hummed in confusion. What? I did not let anyone do anything, I murmured quietly. Liar, you were the person who almost slept with ex Alpha Kane and his Luna. We don't want a new to be our goddess. You don't deserve our Alpha either, she growled. Don't cry just for one day. Don't cry. Don't let them fall. They have fallen enough. Stay in those eyes. Do not come out. Don't crack. Don't duckling crack. It's okay, Yuna. It's okay. What that's mean? Garble asked absolutely into the air, and I weakly laughed at him with a nervous smile while making him go behind me again. This is just dumb. Can't this girl not curse in front of a kid? Or maybe the whole pack? It's nothing, sweetheart. Don't listen to her. I cooked softly, and he nodded at me in understanding, blocking his ear from preventing himself from listening. And I wanted to curse at his adorableness to distract myself. No, everyone better listen to me. She is weak as she can't fight, she can't do shit. You expect a weakling wolf to be our ruler, to take care of us, to protect us, while all does is hide behind the mighty cord and does nothing, and also sleep around with people behind everyone's back in the previous pack. I mean, she is not wrong in one thing. I actually don't know how to fight. Of course, that would be a burden for Taehyung. I'm useless, just don't crack. I did not sleep with anyone, I said sadly. You had the nerve to lie to our Alpha for being pure, you sick bitch. You had the damn nerve to step up and take the Luna position even after the sin you have committed. You don't deserve anything. Get the out of the pack. Pack your bags and leave. You doing well, Yuna. No one wants you here. Get lost. No, no, don't crack. I know myself that I would not want a as a Luna who is not loyal to our Alpha and might hurt him. Go. No, don't rebel, it causes pain. Do not rebel, it will always cause you pain to you in the end, just like it did in the previous pack. Don't rebel. You will be nothing but a disappointment to people. All you do is use everyone and act innocent. You hear me, Luna? You are an absolute disappointment. I already knew that. Stop reminding me. Do you even have proof that I slept with someone? If so, show it to everyone. Even I would like to see the proof myself. I plainly stated, trying to defend myself a little bit, making people laugh at her realization. I did not want to make her a fool. Why are people laughing? I don't need proof to show people what kind of a disgusting excuse of an existence you are. Why don't you tell everyone that you were a rag doll your whole life? Why don't you tell everyone that every single wolf hated you, even your parents did? And that is, it happened, crack, that hit a nerve. Sweet baby Jesus, please don't cry, Yuna. And now everyone was watching the scene shamelessly gawking at me after listening to everything she said, looking at me for answer, while I stare at the ground just great. More unwanted attention. Can't forget that even the press is here. So basically, this is for the whole country to watch. Fantastic. No wonder you were disowned as kid because you were a walking disappointment. You were and were always a burden. You can't change that, and neither can you force our Alpha into a torturous bond with you. You are nothing to him, and you will never be. I don't know what believe. There are plenty of girls who are more worthy for of you. It would be better if Alpha just reject you, and if you want to do something good for once, reject him. That is, if you're actually even his mate. The woman laughed. Maybe he will do that. I don't know. Go back to your mum, Garble. I requested softly, and he shook his head vigorously. I don't want to leave you, he pleaded. It's okay, go, I ordered sickly, pushing him to the crowd so that he does not have to witness me anymore. Let's face it, you are not even that pretty to be goddess. Heck, you are not even trained. How do you expect a weakling to be paired with a mighty knight? You are a peasant compared to us, and you will never be better than us. If I really had the chance, I would want a better girl to switch place with me and have my wolf. That way, even Taehyung could have gotten someone better, but I can't. So do us a favor and leave. Don't even bother coming back to our glorious pack. You have no place in this pack, not even the lowest Omega. You are fifth and you don't deserve our Alpha and our respect. You don't deserve the special treatment. You don't deserve the throne. So please leave, you scumbag. Okay, and I left.